Welcome back, everybody, to the Speakeasy After Hours, where we have once again tinkered with the format, and as such, we have moved the catching up part to this part of the show. And so,
exactly.
At the very beginning, my good sirs, Cheerios.
Yes. Cheers. I have nothing.
Well, I guess I'm by myself today. I'm gonna just cut this guy out. No, Cheerios.
Yes.
How have you been? Catching up?
Good. Nice weekend away for the girlfriend's
very nice.
30th birthday. Went to France for a weekend.
Yeah, I saw.
So that was nice.
Champagne tasting, right? That's good.
Yeah. Epernay, the Champagne Boulevard, as they say. Very nice. Yeah, it's fucking like Moët and shit.
Fancy, like fancy stuff.
Got some Dom Perignon. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. It's very hot. It's very hot.
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Jesus,
the heat is killing us right now.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. I'm not made for this weather, man.
No.
And what about you, man?
I've been good, but I'm struggling with the same thing like you. It's so hot, and it saps all your energy because there's no. It's not. If it's hot and there's some movement, like some wind flowing, or you have somewhere you can jump in the water. Okay, then you can get by. But this week it's just been deadly quiet, no wind, also no rain, so there's no relief or anything. So it's just been it's not been the kindest. And then again, that's typical us, right? In the winter times we complain, oh, it's so cold. And then the summertime, I'm dying, it's hot.
I might be controversial. I actually like winter because it's for me it's easier to like do shit when it's cold or like heat myself up when it's cold than it is to cool yourself down when it's hot.
Yeah, I guess you would. I mean, for me, it's 50-50 because on one hand, a lot of the stuff that I like to do is easier to do in the summertime, right? It's easier to bike. It's easier to get around, walking everywhere. But I agree with you. It is probably easier to heat yourself up than it is to cool down. So, I don't know. Yeah, but other than that, I'm in the process of moving. So we've been cleaning up my mama's house. I'm getting her house. Very nice. But also, goddamn, apparently living there for 30 years, you amass a lot of stuff that needs to be sifted through.
I can imagine.
So that's been a lot of fun.
Are you going to be renovating anything?
We can't do everything at once because that'll be a fortune. Yeah. But we're going to do the floors, like get them sanded down so they're nice and done. And then we're going to do some painting, just some basic, fresh coat of paint. And then we have to look at, obviously, when you move in, you have to do like a report of the electrics. So we have to get an electrician out, go through all that, and also the plumbing, just to make sure no leaks and stuff. So I don't expect any major upsets there, but who knows? Termites or some shit. My luck, No, but but other than that, no. It's just the garden needs some tinkering, all that stuff. But it's very nice getting a garden.
True.
So
yeah, nice barbecues outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. So that's gonna be nice.
Little kiddie pool.
Yeah. Exactly. No, we have talked about just cutting out the grass, just one pool. There's no grass.
Wide enough. No. That's enough space.
That could be enough space for both, actually. Yeah, true. Yeah, that probably could. But no, so far it's like you say, kiddie pool, and then a good old bobby, so we can throw some meat on the bobby,
Yeah. Fair enough.
But that's
Fair
good.
enough.
And then, other than that, it's just been surviving, pretty much. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is.
Yeah, it's actually nuts.
I guess with that, Cheerios, that's the catching up part.
I guess. Cheers.
All right, boy. Back at it again with the After Hours. And we thought we'd actually just have a nice, big, old mumbo-jumble of all sorts of small topics. And I think the first one should be our regular thing that we haven't done for a while. The Formula One. The Formula One?
Of course.
Our weekly, at this point, monthly, I guess, review.
Ooh. Where was the last time?
I don't know what the last Grand Prix we talked about was. But
the one thing I do know was hella boring.
Yes. It was Baku, right? Wasn't it? I think it was Baku.
Could have been. Yeah.
But obviously,
probably.
The last
Monaco
was
Spain.
Yes, Spain was the last one we had.
Yep. Monaco surprisingly good this year.
Surprisingly, a lot of
good.
action. Yeah,
the rain was amazing.
Yeah.
God send.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will say, I will give a shout out to my boy Kevin Magnussen for that overtake. What an insane overtake! That's exactly what he does, right?
That was pretty good.
Just like everything else Haas does. That's the only good thing that was in the race. Then the rest got kind of, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, that was nice. Yeah, and like you say, a lot of action this time around, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Usually it's at one point the most intense race because the qualification means so much. There's no comeback, but also on race day it's like, okay, that's pretty much your order unless someone throws it into the barrier or whatnot.
No, it is. I mean, oh man, Max's Q3, Lord. He was on the walls.
Yes, he was like
Jesus. Yeah, that was crazy.
Did you see the overlay of the two, by the way, on the quali lap?
Oh, with Alonso and Max.
Yes. The similitude. Where he's like, you go in Q2, you go, there's no way he's making that comeback, and then he's just Q3.
Yeah,
wild
madness, absolute madness. But yeah, then the race, fun.
Yeah.
Then has there been more?
The Spain one.
Is it just been Spain?
I think so.
Oh yeah, because Imola was cancelled.
Yes, true. Yes.
Yeah, that was. Did you see that?
Yeah, we were in Spain for vacation, right? But
true. Yeah.
We caught the tail end of that storm. It moved over the sea, right? And it was still powerful enough to wash away half the beach of the resort we were at. It was literally just madness. So I can only imagine like the full strength. Yeah. So shout out.
Apparently the whole city flooded. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
So thoughts to the people affected by that. That's not nice.
Yeah.
But yes, so we only had Spain. Spain was nice. It was a fun Grand Prix.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Other than Max just again driving away. 20 seconds.
It's ridiculous at this point because on one hand it's boring, but it's also immensely entertaining watching him just be that good. And part of it is obviously the car is just that much better, but there's also the fact that he is just that much better a driver right now. There's no one close.
It's crazy.
It has the feeling of the same era type that Lewis Hamilton had, where you just go, okay, he has the best car, he's also clearly the best driver. So
I could literally see him winning, like unless some team does something miraculous. I can see them winning until the next regulations, just like Mercedes did. Yeah. It's like. Yeah, but
he could do a 4 or 5 in a row, whatever.
Yeah, Russell, what a race!
I mean, he's maturing a lot. Yeah, he's maturing a lot, and I like the way he has sort of a hybrid between Max and Lewis. I feel it's not as smooth as Lewis.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's not as aggressive or as brute force as Max.
Yes. Yeah.
So he's kind of in between. And also, I will say, this is the first time we see the Aston Martin be kind of vulnerable and not really have the same impact. Yeah. So that was a lot. That was surprising.
Yeah, what I've heard is that next race, Aston Martin is going to bring their upgrades, though, because Mercedes this race had all their upgrades.
Yes.
Because because they changed from the zero side pods and now they have side pods again. Yeah. Because it's just not working.
No, I know.
So that's funny. That's just funny.
It's ridiculous.
Like, 1.5 seasons later, it's like, I guess we're gonna do what everything else.
Yeah. Oh, you're telling me every other team is not. Okay. I see. Yeah, and I will say they probably also have some kind of advantage. I don't think it's as big as people say, but like the pictures that got taken at Monaco of the Rebel racer, that will have some impact at some point because some of the engineers can scan it and go, okay, that's what they're doing. But
like both Mercedes and Red Bull will be furious after those pictures.
Yeah.
Just let's lift up the most important part of the whole car that everyone can take pictures of.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Especially because the way Perez crashed was like, there's no need. It's just such a stupid crash.
Yeah.
Don't throw it there. Like,
fuck's sake. Yeah, stupid.
But it is going to be very interesting to see what impact it will have the upgrades because, like you say, we've seen the Red Bull obviously don't need upgrades to be better. It seems, but they will obviously bring upgrades either way. And the Aston Martin now needs the upgrades to keep up with the Mercedes. True. It seems. So it'll be very interesting to see where that goes.
Meanwhile, Ferrari just still they did win Le Mans today. They did win Le Mans today, so that's good. Yeah, good job, Ferrari.
But man, what a clusterfuck of bad decisions.
Yeah,
I will say it will probably take some time to weed out all the bad like infrastructure. So I think it's unfair to judge Frederick Vasseur, what's he called, Fred, the guy in charge right now, because he needs time to like put in new people and make a. But it looks, the optics on that is just so bad. It's just the most.
It's not that good.
The most legendary brand in the Formula One scene, and it's just all over the place. You have what I will say. I will not be surprised if Charles Leclerc decides that's it. I'm going to.
Oh yeah, neither. Yeah, hell no. Like he's out in the next like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, easily. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah.
But I guess the only place I can see him go is Red Bull, actually, because. Imagine
Mercedes depends what Aston Martin's doing. Like,
true. Oh yeah, that's true. If Aston Martin is a serious contender, yeah. But I go if I'm Mercedes, I don't go Russell and Leclerc. I don't think that's a good combo. I think you need because that'll be in like that'll be drama. Whereas I could see,
but Max and Charles would probably be the same.
No, I don't think so, because they
don't.
No, because Red Bull would allow them to race, I think, whereas Mercedes has a very strict hierarchy, right? I'm not sure. It could be, but
I don't know.
But
I don't think so.
I don't know. But I definitely agree with you. I think he's out. He has to go somewhere where he can win. He's good enough to win with a good car. So
yeah, I mean, Perez dropped the ball real fast in the last few races.
Yeah, but
good Lord. Jesus.
That's the last thing we talked about was what if he keeps winning? Are we like are they gonna let him race? Yeah. And then like psych,
just,
you know. Okay.
He screws it up in Monaco with qualifying.
Yep.
Then he
did
the same. He did the same as Spain.
Yeah, but you think he had engine issues here, right? Or some?
No, that was Leclerc. I don't remember.
That was Leclerc.
Yeah.
He got 9. He started.
What
19th.
Did he do?
I don't know.
He started
11th
again.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
No, Perez just didn't qualify good enough. I think it was just too slow.
Was it just Q2? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But stupid. And then, but at the same time, you see Russell going in a Mercedes from P11 or 14 even.
All the way up.
P3.
Yeah.
How can you not in a Red Bull when Max finishes 20 seconds ahead of everyone? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, because I think on one hand the individual setups that the drivers have a big say in, especially in a track like Spain. But I don't. This is just conjecture, because I'm just thinking Max's driving style is way different than Perez, and it's not. I don't know. But I'm actually surprised that the Mercedes upgrades were that good, that fast. It's not like they shaved like a tenth off, or something. They shaved like a whole second off or some shit like that. So
it was very much plug and play, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's what you get when you have have everything in house, right?
Yeah,
and like that's true. It shouldn't take that long to just switch out.
That's true. Yep.
Well, anything else interesting happening? Should we move on?
Yeah, I think we should just have a quick move on.
Okay.
Should we do a little bit of music news?
Yeah, do it. Head us up.
Apparently, from what I've heard, The Weeknd is stopping making music under The Weeknd.
Yeah,
it's now going by Abel. I think his last name too, or just Abel.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think he knows himself either, because the interview he gave was kind of in the vein of, I need to phase him out because The Weeknd has some bad connotation, and it's like an earlier part of my life that I'm kind of done with. Yeah. But I'm not sure what I'll do moving forward. So I think his point was the version of The Weeknd that we've had so far needs to go away, and like But that's interesting. Yeah. Like obviously he's done so much for R&B and the whole music genre, and like a whole music scene in general. It makes sense that he has to reinvent himself. So,
yeah, it does. Yeah.
But I think it's interesting because I saw his acting. I haven't watched it, but I saw what's it called? The Idol, the show he's done. Got
apparently
hammered.
It's horrid.
Yeah. So, and that was interesting because I thought he was one of the guys that actually had a chance at making a decent show, and actually be. But I guess not. Apparently.
Yeah. Like Drake did with Top Boy and Euphoria.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Other news?
I had something else, but I kind of forgot.
I can say that I'm going to the Roskilde Festival, and that's gonna be nice.
Oh yes, fuck
and they
you,
have
man.
our trifecta.
Our
they have
three, yeah. They actually
Kendrick,
do have our favorites, yeah.
Kendrick and Denzel and JID.
Jid, yeah.
I have some interesting.
I do have.
You go ahead. You first.
Yeah, I do. Speaking of Denzel, I do have a bit of nice thanks.
Oh?
Denzel apparently released a limited edition for all of his albums.
Oh yeah,
only 500. Yeah, only 500 albums are gonna be made of each, and your boy copped a few.
Yes,
so I got some collector's items coming in September, apparently.
In September?
Yeah, it's pre-order.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that's nice. We can look forward to showing that off. Let's see what they're all about.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's nice. I have some JID news, by the way, some JID news.
Oh,
have you seen the Coca-Cola collaboration?
Coca-Cola?
Yes.
What?
He sung the new Coca-Cola song.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to watch.
Yes,
I'll have to watch. Yeah,
I didn't know, and I went to the cinema for the first time in forever, and I watched Transformers. But just by the by, it was actually pretty good. Just it is what it is, just an action movie, right? But then in the pre-rolls, they had a Coca-Cola commercial. I was like, that's JID. I am 100% that's JID. And so I had to look it up, and sure enough, he's on the new. I don't even remember what it was. Not a very memorable. I will say he had a very nice verse on it, but it wasn't the most memorable song.
Funny.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, the guy's making it big, I guess. So good for him.
Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, finally going mainstream after all those years of being underappreciated.
For sure. I actually have a question for you because I listened to Dissect, and they had a catch-up episode where they just did a mailbag, like answered questions kind of thing.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that was asked was, how close is JID to being a contender for Kendrick's throne? Like, is there a debate as to?
Do you know what my problem is with that? Is that I think I always thought JID was in his like late 20s max.
No.
JID is like 35.
I know he's older than
JID is old. Yeah. JID is pretty old. So I don't know how old Kendrick is. He's like in his 40s, I would say.
I'm gonna do a live. Keep talking. I'll do a live
like
look up
probably
here.
Late 30s. I don't think he's that much older than JID.
He's also 35.
Yeah, this is what I mean. For his throne, I don't think
JID is 32, by the way, 32. So I'm just.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
but yes, he's
3 years.
Yeah.
But
Kendrick
it's like I don't think
Kendrick got started so much earlier, right?
Yeah, I don't think Kendrick is going to be gone and JID will be making a lot of music after he's gone to claim the throne. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, obviously, I think that both of them are extremely fucking talented. The way they're going right now, and especially the way JID is going right now, because I don't think JID is done yet. I think Kendrick is going to be slowing down even more.
Yeah.
Or go into a completely different area with Baby Keem.
Yeah.
That could be the case. But as for JID, I don't know how much he's gonna be if he's just starting, or like he could be like Cole, and Cole has been in the game for so long and is still making music. So I don't know. I think will he come for the throne? No. But he could definitely like be on his level for sure. I think he already almost is on his level.
I think they had a very interesting debate in the Dissect episode, Cole and I forget what the other guy was called, but they talked about that. If you look at it purely from a technical skill set, JID is probably better right now. JID is probably the most technically gifted rapper right now. The delivery, the flow, the cadences, the rhyme schemes, and whatnot. But he is missing a key component, which is the longevity and also the completedness of the projects. Because Kendrick has done everything. He's done Good Kid, Mad City, where it's an entire story and it's woven together. He's done the Heart series, where it's just a collection that comes out every now and again. He's done Untitled Unmastered. He's done obviously To Pimp a Butterfly, where we've only seen JID do very well, but one kind of album, and it's the same type of album, right? And so having lacking that different approach kind of hurts him. And also, like you say, the fact that they're almost the same age, and Jid has only put out 2 official albums, because I think officially he says that DiCaprio 2 is a mixtape.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's. I don't know if it's because of the label or whatever, but I think he only has the 2 stories as his albums, right?
I see. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And even if you put DiCaprio in there, that's 3 albums, where Kendrick is like what at this point 6 albums deep. I think 6 projects if you count in Sage Canadian. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is 6. Yeah.
But I think they are definitely the 2 front runners right now. They are definitely the 2 hottest.
I would say, I would probably say so. Yeah.
Also because because like you could put in Drake, or you could put in Future.
Yeah, but like from a technical rapping perspective,
conscious rappers. Yes, they are the ones you look at.
Because you can't compare a Kendrick to a Future or like a what's it called?
Like some of the drill rappers. No, you cannot. And like Eminem. No,
it's completely different music.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. So, but I thought it was an interesting debate, because I don't think actually even if he had the chance, I don't think Jid would like go for Kendrick's throat the same way Kendrick has gone for some other people's. I think we all know the Kendrick Drake beef, where Kendrick keeps slamming Drake, and I don't. That's not like Jid's style, is it? That's not the way he's gonna go and just murder Kendrick.
No. The funniest thing was did you see in their new song, like the Hillbillies? Have you seen it?
Yes, it's amazing. I love it.
It's great.
They're just having so much fun.
Apparently they're using Drake's flow. I don't know from which song.
No,
but
Kendrick is using his own flow from Control.
Yeah, but Baby Keem is using Drake's flow at some point.
Yeah,
it's funny. That's funny. Yeah. How did that beef start? Like, I've watched a video on it, but I forgot.
I honestly don't know. But I always thought it was weird, because they did Poetic
Justice. Yeah.
And that's like 10 years ago, and that was a huge success. And that was even talks about them doing, I think, a collaboration more, like a full album or some stuff. So I don't know. It's just strange to me, but
yeah.
I will say though, I am actually a bit scared that now that the Hillbillies have released, that's what we're gonna get. Because I think we were all hoping for Baby
Silly
Keem
Kendrick.
And Kendrick. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think there's a chance that the full collab album won't come out now. Because I'm sure that album is out there somewhere. I'm sure that the Baby Keem Kendrick album is on a like flash drive somewhere or a hard drive somewhere. But are they gonna release it? I don't know. I hope so. I really hope so.
I do think maybe not soon, but somewhere. They're gonna drop something. They have to.
Yeah.
I don't think they won't.
No, obviously they're working too closely together to just drop it completely. Yeah,
but I mean the family. So
exactly.
Might be just fun. I don't know, but I do think they will drop it someday.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. Any other music news we should talk about? I don't have anything.
No, not really. I mean, have you listened to the new Metro Booming album for Spider-Man?
No, actually not. That's on my top of my listening list.
Yeah, it's all right.
People were not as hyped about this one.
No, I mean, Heroes and Villains. That was great.
What an album.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I mean, it's a movie.
It's a soundtrack, so
movie. It's the same with Kendrick Lamar for the Black Panther thing.
Yeah, if you take that into account in this discography, that changes quite a bit, because that was, and I think it's a different story because it's curated by him. It's not entirely a full project, right? But yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I still want to see the movie. I've heard very great things about it.
Yes, it's getting a rave reviews.
Yeah,
people are hyping it up.
So
that's good.
Other than that, no real music.
Let's move on then. Do you have another thing we should talk about? Another subject?
We can talk about the holidays for a little bit.
Let's do that. All right. You start.
So how was? Okay.
Yes, because I want to hear about
probably
this.
A bit shorter.
Yeah. Also, I want to hear about the champagne tasting, because that sounds, on one hand, hella posh, but also very nice experience probably.
It's meh.
Huh?
I'm gonna say. It's better that you just buy a bottle and go sit somewhere nice.
Yeah.
Than sitting on, like, obviously the champagne houses look fucking insane.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Victorian style mansions.
Yeah. Just in France, of course. The style, all that stuff.
but no, we went to Epernay, which is in the Champagne region. I don't know if it's the only, but it's apparently the main boulevard where all the big Champagne names come from.
Okay.
Like Moet, Moet
Dom
Chandon,
Perignon, and you say
Dom Perignon. But it's a very nice town actually. It's
nice.
We booked an Airbnb. We're there for 3 days. We arrived on Friday evening because we had to drive
you drove
all the way from which it was 4 hours, but it became 6 because Belgian roads and traffic are immaculate. This is an open letter to the Belgian government. Fix your shit, because it's actually ridiculous. The moment either you go from France into Belgium or from Holland into Belgium, it is shit. Like you can instantly see the difference in quality in roads. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, but I will say though, you guys are very spoiled because you guys in the Netherlands do a hell of a lot for roads. And you are very proud of your roads. You have the special pavement and all the
all the rain, it just sucks the rain away. Yep.
Well, it is complaining
nice, for us,
but it is nice. It is nice. But obviously, then the shift is got to be big because you go. And I will say you are right though. The Belgian roads were horrible because we drove there from France, obviously, and we were like the French roads were kind of but at least the highways were good because you pay for them. It's pay roads, right? Toll roads, so you pay for them. They're pretty good. Then you go to Belgium and it's just like, like what the fuck? What's going on here?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, we arrived on Friday evening. Then we had some nice remote restaurant that specialized in like these baked potato dishes.
What?
It it's just half. Cool. It's just it was fucking great. It was half a baked potato on like a platter, and it's just surrounded with cheese. It's just like melted cheese all over the plate. So I got like a one with blue cheese and is it called Emmental?
Emmental, yes.
Yeah. Oh man,
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, fucking delicious. My girlfriend tried escargot. I did not want any piece of it.
Snails? Yes.
Hell no.
That's good. I like it though. It's good. Some garlic snail. It's good.
Yeah. Some garlic aioli.
I will say though, it is poor for the snails. Poor things. I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, they used to take the slime off of them by making them walk on salt, and that hurts a lot. It's just like, oh, poor thing. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
But
then on Saturday we had a lovely nap because it was so hot. It was actually like 34 degrees or something. So like after lunch, we just took like a nap until like 4. Then we went out, got some nice champagne at a random bar somewhere.
Nice.
That was great. And then Sunday, because it was my girlfriend's birthday, we did the whole champagne tours. We ended up going to one. We just sat down, and for like half an hour, like no one came to serve or something. Like,
really?
And if you could think like, oh yeah, but there's like hundreds of people there. Probably it's like a terrace of like maybe 25, 30 seats,
and no one came.
No one came. So we were like, well, let's go on to the next one.
I guess. Yes.
Yeah. So we sat down at another one, had a rosé champagne, which was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Then we moved on and went to another one, but it was very expensive there. So we went into a shop, got a bottle, and we sat at a viewpoint like way up the hill that overlooked all of the wine garden. Is it wine gardens?
The vineyards.
Vineyards. Yeah, vineyards. Yeah. So that was great. And then we just stayed there until the evening, and then went back to the Airbnb. Then on Monday we drove home. But like on Sunday, I got like food poisoning. So that was shit. That was not good. I don't know if it's because of the water or because of something I ate, but Yeah, that was not good. Like on the way back,
you had
driving
the
4.5 hours.
The runny tummy, not good.
Yeah, it was not good. Yeah,
that's not disgusting. Good. So
no,
what? Just
but
for,
it was very nice
for fun. What was the prices like? Was it actually doable as a normal human being?
Not too bad.
Okay,
not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah, we spent a total of Airbnb was about 140 a person.
Oh, that's not bad.
And then we spent around, I think, 150 to 200 euros a person on everything else.
Oh, that's good. That's hella.
Yeah,
okay.
It's really not bad. Yeah,
I
it's
thought
really
that would be
not bad.
Way worse considering all the name branding and whatnot. Because that's the thing, right? Because I my girlfriend's cousin used to work at a very fancy restaurant, and they every year they took the whole restaurant to France to do wine tasting and whatnot. And he always said, like, all that name branding, like Domperignon and Moet and whatnot, it's not the good champagne. It's just the one that's well known, right? So when you go, it's like you go for all the other ones that says champagne, but it's not the one you know, because that's probably better, you know?
Exactly.
And you'll get more.
No, it was for sure.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
No, it wasn't.
Sounds
nice. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now onto the road trip.
Yes, we obviously had a hell of a road trip because we drove all the way to Spain from Copenhagen. So that's it was like
that's a long drive.
Yes, like 2,000 kilometers there just to get there, right? No.
Yeah.
But we had pretty good. I will say the trip down there was amazing. Because usually there's a hell of a queue at Hamburg, because it's like the main traffic jam. And they're always doing road construction, so it's always a hell to get there. But for some reason, we only had like 20 hours of queuing there, so that was like perfect. So then we got to the southern part of France. Amazing. I've never driven through France. That was a really nice surprise.
France is really good. Yeah,
beautiful. The road, like I say, as soon as you got into the pay roads.
Yeah,
good roads, was good.
Yep.
Then we had like the first 4 days in southern France and like the bordering on the Spain part, so like at the Pyrenees. Or like we just booked because we were like we want to go to the cities, so we're gonna book a random camping site there. That's hella cheap. And then if we want to hang out, we have a mobile home, so that was fine. And it was really cheap, but it was surprisingly good. Like that. I think they just remodeled that campsite. So it was like the mobile home. We were the very first people to stay in that mobile home. It was literally completely brand new. Right. It was like, okay, fine. And then we went to like Saint Sebastian, which is like a very famous border town. It's like photographic as fuck. It's very beautiful. It's like in a lagoon with two like tip points, and then it comes down into a very like beautiful beach. And it's just one big promenade. Like you can see the city. It's like in a very fancy town. Everybody is like very like look like the part, right? And that was very nice. We stayed there for like 3 days. That was very good. But I don't like everybody when we went there was like, you are gonna have a great time. It's an amazing city, and it was. But I will say, it wasn't. You could have if we'd stayed there a week. I would have been bored because it's a very small town. And there's not that much to do.
Yeah,
that's
fair enough.
Then we drove to Bilbao, which is like the capital in the Basque country, and that's obviously famous for the Guggenheim. That was beautiful. That was the surprise for me, I think, because you see it on the photos and you go, "That's a very striking building," but but the pictures really didn't do it justice. It was beautiful, the play in it's like clad in copper-ish plates.
Yeah,
and has some very odd shapes, and the way the sun reflected on it was very beautiful.
Cool.
But other than that, it was also a very fancy town. Everybody was like out and about. And I will say, like we also had that thing where you go in the middle of the day. It's too hot to do much. It's
it's
either you go back to the hotel or you go to a bar and just sit and sit inside, right? Because it's hot. Yeah. And that's what they do. Like it's the siesta time, so that was fine. So we had 3 days there. That was pretty good. And then we drove like. So for those who don't, I think I could do this, but Bilbao is like in the very northern part of Spain, and then we went straight across down to Valencia, which is on the eastern coast. Yeah, and it was like an 8-hour drive, and we stopped in Zaragoza, and we were just supposed to be there for lunch. But it was such a beautiful city, and it was like 30 degrees. And so we decided to just do an impromptu night because we had just we had the bonus nights on the hotels.com, right? So you get a bonus nights, all that stuff. So we booked the hotel with a rooftop pool. It was like on the 11th floor.
Sick.
And it was sick. It was amazing. They had this. It was like, and we like. Obviously, it was kind of packed, but it wasn't like overrun because they had a very strict how many people could be there policy. And we got there. They had like cabanas you could sit in, and it was just all the like railing was glass. It was just glass railings. So you could just lay on there. Drinks were very cheap, so we just had a day where we just got day drinking and dipped in the pool. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yep. And then we drove to Valencia, right? And that's when we caught that storm from Italy. And that was wild.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to be there for 5 days. But the first 2 days we got there, it was just raining. And the very first day we got there, my girlfriend had a migraine. And so she just went to bed. And then me and Stephanie, the girl that was with us, had to go get groceries because we had a huge... First of all, it was hella cheap. It's like a full-on resort.
I love Spain.
Yeah, it was so great, right? And we had an amazing apartment. It was like I think it must have been 100 square meters or some shit, like very large. Shit. And we had a balcony that was maybe half of the size of the apartment. It was just open. Yeah. And so it was. If it had been like the first 2 days, we could have just laid out there and just got the sun, right? Yeah. Obviously, the first 2 days were raining, but then it was a full apartment, so we had a kitchen. So we were like, okay, we have a kitchen. Let's just go and get some food, and we can cook that. Then we drove, and it was just raining, pouring down, floods of water. And then we got shopping. Then we went to bed. The next day, we looked out, and half the beach was just washed away. It was literally crazy.
That's mad.
So that was wild. But then it did clear up, and that was very nice. And so we had some nice relaxing times there. And then we went to Valencia, which was the best part. That was hella amazing.
God, I love Valencia.
What a Valencia's great, man.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking amazing.
For those that don't know, it's like the region is called Valencia, and obviously the city is called Valencia, and it's an amazing city where they have a flood bed, like it used to be a river going through riverbed. But they've made it into a park, so it just runs through. It snakes through the city, and it's a park, and you can just walk in it and get through the city that way. And that was amazing. And the architecture was very cool. It was like a very nice contrast between old stuff, but also very new architecture and stuff. So it was beautiful, and the weather was like very nice. It wasn't too hot. I think we had 28 degrees, which is perfect.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
And so that was really good. We went to the aquarium. They have a very famous aquarium, apparently. It was, and at first we looked up the prices. It was like 40 euros to get in. It was like 40 euros. That's but okay. It's supposed it had a 4.9 rating out of 5 out of like 60,000 reviews on Google.
Okay,
so
well that's solid. That's pretty solid.
I mean, there's probably something to it, right? And then we got in, and it was amazing. It was like I've been to SeaWorld in San Diego, the biggest SeaWorld, and that was big. But this was almost as big. It was a huge area. It was almost like a theme park, and they had yes, it was. They had like dolphin shows. We went and saw the dolphin shows. They did that was very cool.
Yeah.
Then they had the biggest like single tank I've ever seen. It was amazing. It was like insane. Very, very large, and it had like a 50 or even 100 meter long tunnel. But it wasn't just a tunnel like I've seen before. It was a full 360 tunnel. So they were both above you and below you.
Oh, that's wild.
That was actually like at first it was like, holy crap, there's a lot of water here. If this thing springs,
if this implodes, then we are dead.
I'm a done so, right? And then we didn't know. We just walked in and said, fish. And then out of nowhere comes a giant shark. They had like massive sharks, like 3 meters long or some shit. It was like,
oh shit,
man. And that was close. That was like straight above the pirate. So, but that was very good. That was a hell of an experience. And if you ever go there, people listening, I highly recommend it. They also had the first thing you see when you come in is like you come in and then there's like a giant building with all the information, and they have like in the middle a tank just to welcome you in. and that was full of like sea turtles and stuff. So you just saw these,
shit.
and they were like, cool. I think it was like this big, and they just kept. There was 2 of them. They kept like floating around, and they just looked out because there was like place you go. So they said, "Hello, hello." I
love sea turtles.
Yeah, they were so cute, man. So that was really nice. But then we had to start the trek back because from Valencia and home it's like 3,000 kilometers all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
So then we had one day, like 2 nights, but one day really in Barcelona. Yeah. We'd all been to Barcelona before, so it was nice to revisit. We saw the La Sagrada Familia. We saw the 2 other famous buildings by Gaudi.
Is it still under construction?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, right?
They were supposed to have it done in 2026, which would be the 100th year of his death. Gaudi, I think, something like that. But it got postponed because of COVID. So now
of course it did.
Yeah. But we actually saw them work on it. You could see it work on it.
So they actually are doing it. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's just like, we're, like this is actually the reason why people are up because it's not finished yet. So like, that's the whole selling point.
I know. I was there. I went there first time when I was like, I think 12 or something, and I was like, and we got there. I was like, well, where's the progress, man? Like, what have they done though? You know? No, but it is like I can see why people don't like it. I really like it. For me, I think it's so beautiful, very cool. The theme, the Gothic. Theme.
Yeah, it is.
We didn't go in because the prices are insane for going in.
Of course it has.
And then I had to go but that's because that's the only thing that pays for the building of the church. That's literally
is it? Okay.
And that's actually very cool. It's like it's 150 years they've been working on it, and the Spanish government has not given a single dime to it. It's only from donations and from like tourists.
That's kind of cool.
So that's somewhat cool, but also kind of like
why?
Why not just get it done? You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be done in like a year, honestly.
Yeah. We went there. It was cool. Like I like Barcelona. It's a cool city. I will say there's too many people. We went to the famous food market. I think it's called the Boqueteria, something like that. It's like a giant hall, and it's just food stands all over. And you go and you like taste a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah.
They had fresh coconut juice. Amazing. That was so good. I had in the heat. It was like 30 degrees, and then you go in.
Oh, it is refreshing as fuck.
Give it to me. You know, all that stuff. But there was so many people, man. I 2 days was perfect for me. Like we had 1.5 days was perfect for me. So then we went to Montpellier, which is southern France. We had a couple days, literally just a pool. It was also like a camping site, but it was like again the heated pool. I don't know why. For some reason they heated the pool, and it was not just heated. It was 29 degrees.
Oh Lord!
What? So
why?
I don't know, man. It was the weather was like 30 or 31 degrees. And then you laying there, get my tan, right? Then when you got really hot, you was like, I'm gonna cool down. You go in,
and then the pool's just as hot.
You know? But then we figured out the only part of the entire pool area that was actually cold was the kids' pool. They had like a tiny an area for I don't know. Do you know like it was like the filling buckets and then the kids were standing on them waiting until they tip over, you know, all that stuff. And that was really cold, so we just stood there like,
okay, fair.
Come on, give it to me. So then we went to your part of the woods on the way home. We went to Romand, the famous outlet in Romand.
Yep.
That was nice. That was packed. That was mental.
I bet.
It was also very hot.
It was hella like good weather.
30 degrees or something. And that was packed.
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
But other than that, it was just trouble.
If there's one thing that Dutch people do,
that's bargain
go
hunting.
Out when it's hot. Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, amazing trip. We drove 6,800 kilometers, something like that.
That's madness.
Yes, Jesus. In 3 weeks. And
Jesus,
I'm gonna be honest. My girlfriend don't really enjoy driving in other places than Denmark, so she drove almost nothing. I think she drove like maybe 5 or 10%. I probably drove like 2/3 of that, and then Stephanie so it is what it is, right? Like it was the first day we drove. Like I wrote to you, like Stephanie started out not knowing that you have to pace yourself, or like she overestimated how. So she took the first stint and she drove almost 4 hours.
Yeah,
and then we got to the Germany border. We got there. We had some lunch, right? Then I was like, okay, I'll take the next 10. But then she was just like, I'm done. I can't. I don't think it's safe that I drive anymore. So I had to drive. Like I got into the car. I got into the driving seat at like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock I think, and then we got there at like midnight. So I had like effectively I had like 8 hours of driving in those times. I was like, okay, not ideal.
That like after that, that's like, nah, you're done.
Yes, you're
done. Driving for like 5+ hours is
it's too much.
When it gets difficult.
Exactly.
That's when it gets hard.
And then because you start out, then there's like 2 hours, then a break, 2 hours, then a break. But after those, then you're like, okay, now I have to take a break every hour because I'm like tired and I go on stretch and do all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't think it was at any point unsafe, but it was definitely bordering where I went. Okay, this is now it's too much. So, but all in all, very nice. We had 0 issues with the car. We had 0 issues in general. It was just very nice, very relaxing.
Very good.
Oh, it's very good, very good.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Now, obviously, then we came home and we have to do. We actually debated this because we had the vacation and then my mom has to move to her new apartment. Yeah, and I said I would actually like it to be this way around, where you have the vacation first and then she moves. Yeah, but my girlfriend was like, I would rather have it the other way around, where you move her and then you have the vacation. I was like, no, because when we move her, then all of a sudden we have a house. And there's no way I'm gonna enjoy 3 weeks on a road trip knowing that when I go home, I have to renovate a fucking entire house and move and all that stuff. True. It'd be what it be. But yes, it was nice. Okay, boy. Should we have a final topic? Is there? Do you have any small topics we can close it off on?
Is there anything I wanna?
Oh yeah, I have one actually. I do have one topic we'll talk about. Yeah. Obviously, the thing I awaited almost as equally as getting a house is Diablo 4.
Diablo 4. Yeah. Solid.
It's been so good so far. I'm actually surprised because I went into this doing almost everything I could not to get it spoiled in any way, like the story or whatever. Yeah. Because in general, it's not. I've found that it doesn't really mean a lot to me if I know. Like if it's bad, I take it too much into like I take it with me when I play it, but also if I know it's good, it doesn't become any better for me. So it's kind of lose for me, right? But man, what a game. It's almost like a good hybrid between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. The whole setting is very like Diablo 2, very like dark and gritty. But a lot of the quality of life updates are really good, and the game plays really well in general. Because the one thing I did here was the beta obviously had a lot of rubber banding issues and people getting thrown out and not saving their progress and whatnot. But so far I've not had one crash. It's literally just been straight. I will say I've only played like I think 10-15 hours, something like that. Maybe 20. But it has been really, really good. And for everybody on the fence, I would highly recommend.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Yep. Good job, Blizzard. Finally.
Good job. Finally,
making
a good launch.
Game.
Yeah,
finally making a good game. Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ.
With that, boy, I think that's it for this week's After Hours. As always, cheerios.
Yep. Cheers. And like we always say, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, which has been popping, and TikTok. Wait, no, TikTok has been. What am I saying? I don't know. It's hot. Anyway, follow us on everything. Leave a comment and subscribe and ring the bell. Y'all know what to do. And with that, we all wish you a lovely evening and see you at the next week's Speakeasy podcast.
See ya, people. Thank you.
Bye.